I'm Reuben, and so for the past about a year I've been working as an architectural assistant in Baldock, and that just basically involves going around the office essentially and helping people with the smaller jobs that they don't fancy doing, but getting some practice in the industry before I go to uni in September. Being a Christian in the workplace is not easy. Day to day, it's probably not much different from not being a Christian. Well, at least for me. So, the little ways I try and find to be a Christian in the workplace is kind of like random acts of kindness and stuff, where maybe like buying cakes for people just for no particular reason, or if they're struggling with something or you can see that there's something up, just offer to pray for them. No one gets bothered by that other than very occasionally. Day to day, fitting a conversation about God or anything about your faith is quite tricky, because if you're sitting at a desk, if you're having a conversation with someone, it's generally only very brief. And even at lunch times, people are eating or going out somewhere, so you don't get much of a chance to discuss your faith with people. And so as a result, people at least didn't find that I was a Christian until probably the last few months that I was working, and mostly that was because I told them. But again, that's nothing to be afraid of. I mean, that's probably the way most people find out I'm a Christian. And then from that they start to realise, oh, that's why you do that, that's why they do this, and you occasionally get people asking about that. So with my team leader, we had a bit of a clash of personalities, and dealing with that in a Christian way is quite tricky, especially when, seeing as this was my first job, I wasn't really sure what the protocol was, what you do when you can't go and complain to a teacher or something like that, because if you say something, the problem's with you and not them. I felt kind of trapped, and I didn't really know how to deal with the situation. I mean, I could pray about it, I could talk to people, but there wasn't anything practical that I could do. So I was struggling with that for quite a while. I actually committed to telling someone fully about the situation and explaining to them exactly how I felt, talking to God exactly how I felt, and being honest with myself, and prayed about it, and made a change. At one point, I was nearly ready to say something, whether that be to the office manager, or to the boss directly, or the one below the boss who often gave me lifts, so we were quite close. I was tempted to say something to him as well, because I was just really struggling with the situation. So I was pretty ready to take action, but that is okay. Something I've discovered is that's all right. It is okay to say something. You don't have to just stay in that situation and just keep praying and hoping for the best. You can say something as well. I'm going to uni to study architecture, which I am pretty excited about. I'm not gonna lie, not many days go by without me thinking about it. I'm excited for the course, I'm excited for living away from home and living with people that I don't know. That's kind of interesting, also a little bit scary, but probably the main thing I'm a bit nervous about is going to a new church. Now, the one I've been going to all my life, so it's like family. So going to a new one will be interesting, that'll be different, but I'm pretty excited for that too. I mean, it's kind of like a fresh start, which would be really good for me. I don't know, because this year I've kind of drifted from God a little bit. Partly because I've stopped going to Generation Rising, probably mostly because of that. because I certainly don't want to drift from God. Yeah, so that'd be nice. But in terms of acting different from other people and making sure it's kind of clear I'm a Christian at university. Maybe not going out and getting drunk every night. That's probably a good place to start. Not treating people the same way some people might. And not, using language that may be derogatory towards God and things. I suppose for people at GBC, or my friends and family, probably the main thing to pray for would be that I do find a good church and some Christians that I'll be close friends with, because that would be pretty vital if I'm going to grow again as a Christian and find my faith again. That's definitely one to pray for.